Hi guys, so good afternoon from Miami, from the Orchid Pergola. Coming to you today, one day after work, where I have found a little bit of time to come out and make time for the things that I love. The people I love are inside, but we are going to do a little project. So you remember when I told you I bought 3 of these bag babies at Home Depot? It's RLC YNI Starburst. Beautiful. I will put the picture in. So beautiful, orange and pink, sunsetty colors. And what I'm going to do is I am going to, with you, and also with the permission of these orchids, because there is new root growth. And I know there's a little bit of, I was going to say controversy, I guess. There's a little bit of controversy on when is the proper time to repot. But many people say that it's definitely in springtime. And a lot of people say it is when the plant is showing you root growth. So I'm going to go with the latter, and I am going to go ahead and repot these because they are growing new roots in their little pot. You see the green root tips? So I'm going to take my chances. I've done it before and it's worked out great. So I guess this can be an experiment. So let's do it. All right, so we're going to do everything together. I'm not going to, gotta put my hair up. I'm not going to take too much time. I'm going to do it as simply as possible. Again, reminder, YNI Starburst, and these seem like they were already, that was too easy, you see? And like I've said in previous videos, the rubber band, I don't know for what, but this is great. This is great to reuse. Like if you're going to put it in a small basket or something where you think the media is going to fall out, you could even cut this to whatever size so that it can, just maintain the substrate. So don't throw these away. So number 1, let's see. I'm going to be very careful because I have new root tips. I have new growth over here. Sometimes I save the styrofoam, so I'll just put it aside. And sometimes you get the media all broken down, and sometimes you don't. But what I want to do with this is to create a bigger size orchid. Roll up my sleeves. So this is for me very peaceful and relaxing. I love to do repotting and these little projects. Sometimes I find it so special that I don't video it because it's like an added pressure to film it. I like to kind of keep it for myself. I know, a little selfish, I guess, of me. When I have a channel, I should be offering that for all of you. So that's why I decided today to do it. So this is the other time that I get to inspect the plant and make sure that everything looks good, that I don't see any pests, and to just carefully kind of see if they want to let go. See, right here you have a bunch of new good roots, and they're holding on to a few pieces of bark. The bark is not degrading or doesn't look like it's gone bad. So what I'm going to do in order to make it a more simple repot is just leave those. If they're stuck, if they're loose, just take them off. If they're stuck, then I definitely do not want to, I don't want to cause a lot of the roots to have, a conniption, which will happen. So I think that's it for this one. It's very easy. Look at the size of the plant. This is the plant that you can get from my local Home Depot for about $17, because orchid math. I'm not counting the tax and I'm not counting the 98 cents because Yeah, that's why. So that's the first one. It looks pretty good. I'm gonna put it aside. I'm kind of, this is why I like having this table, because look how satisfying I clean off the table. That's it. Round 2. Now, before I would put Phizan, 20 and all that and clean in between. I haven't done much. These plants came from the same place. So I think they'll be fine to just continue. See, look how easy that was. I'm not going to keep any of this. And some roots have come off. It's okay. It's fine. It has plenty of roots. I'm going to throw that away. I'm going to keep this. I'm probably going to throw all of these away. I have a bunch of them. I don't use them. I don't need them. I don't like the plastic. So let's take a look at this second one. I also don't have a use for the rubber band either. I guess you can save everything if you want to be like, you know, very resourceful. Save those little things that it comes with, or you could throw them out. It's up to you. So this is the second one. I see that this is a little bit of a bigger plant and some of the leaves are missing. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good leaves. A new growth over here. So I'm going to hit it with the, oh, not that one. With the shower setting. This will get everything soft. And then you can just, look how easy. You just kind of tickle the roots carefully, softly. You don't want to go crazy. There's some roots that are not that good that I might be cutting. The other one had better roots, see? It happens. This looks like it might have been an older plant, a bigger plant. But see those new root tips? You got new root tips. And I've already cleaned my shears, and I didn't do anything with the other one. So I'm just gonna snip a little bit of the roots that look like they're a little gone. Because why would you want to risk fungal and bacterial getting in there? So some of them are just coming off with my hand. I don't have to cut much. That's it. I don't want to mess with the new roots. So whatever's stuck on there, I'm going to leave it. You have to be careful when there's not a lot of roots. I know people that have their plants, they're waiting for repot for 6 months or so. And yeah, I can't wait that long. You see those new roots growing? They are giving me permission. I almost want to cut here and take off all this in the middle, but I'm not going to do that. That would be too much of a shock too soon. So that's the second one. Yeah, this root is not good from there. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to cut. Done. This is the fun part. First you go like this. And then round 3. You will make a mess every time you do this. It's okay. Round 3. This is round 3. Okay. So same kind of thing. Bigger plant. It almost looks like a division, not like this was a young plant. So I am going to remove, oh, I didn't have to do much. Save some of the styrofoam. Keep the mesh. Get rid of the plastic. And don't forget, guys, don't forget about your tags. I hate when tags are so dirty you can't even read it. So yes, I will wipe down the tags, and then I'll make a little tiny hole at the end right here. And then I'm going to tie them onto the basket with a zip tie. So let's see how this one goes. Oh, I keep forgetting. Change the setting. Okay. I even had a little toothbrush that I would like run against the pseudobulbs. See, all this, nothing to worry about. It's dirt. So you rub it and it comes right off. Give it a little tickle. This one has plenty of awesome roots. You kind of try to just convince the media to just pop out. And when you see a big clump of new roots like this, I don't even try to move them too much. I don't want them to get upset. Keep the styrofoam. That's it. Now, sometimes you can remove the bulbs that are done with. Like, I could cut this right here, but there are a lot of roots attached to this. There's 4 pseudobulbs. Decisions. I think I'm gonna cut it. But since I already cut with this, I'm gonna use the other one that I cleaned, and I'm gonna cut those off. Because why have them there attached if they are already done? So I cut right there at the rhizome. Okay, that part is no good anymore, and now I only have good. What I'm gonna do here is I am going to put some cinnamon. This is the piece that I'm gonna keep. And put some cinnamon right there, just so it can dry it up safely. Get that. It was here somewhere. Oh, where is that? Okay, here it is. So cinnamon has some antifungal properties, and it dries up this wound. And if you've cut some big roots, a lot of people do the cinnamon trick. I don't think there's anything else that needs cinnamon. I didn't make any other wounds on this one. Clean it up. Okay, so here you have my 3 pieces. So I bought these each for $17, and 17 times 3 in the basket is going to look so beautiful. Bye. It's gonna look so beautiful. It's gonna look like I have a big plant. It's gonna look like a big plant that I bought from maybe like a, you know, like a Carl Smith plant, a big one that usually costs, oh no, I almost dropped the camera. That usually costs like $65. So when you think about it, oh, you hear that? Those are the squirrels running around. So let's see how I situate them. So when you're situating plants in a pot or in a basket, you want to try to let them have room to grow, and you want to see where it's growing from. So it's not growing from this side. This one is, the new growth is on this side. So I might want to put her more towards the center and let her have room to grow. So let me first kind of measure out how I'm going to do it. This one I'll probably put this way, so it can have room to go on this side, and then this one maybe like so. How does that look? How does that look? I think that looks really nice. Really, really nice. Let's see if I put you guys a little higher. How does that look? I love it. I absolutely love it. That's why I wanted to get 3 to make a little fake specimen. So I am going to use my zip ties. I'm going to run it through here. And this is like the coconut, what do you call it? Cocoa fibers or whatever. Oh, I gotta make a hole. So I'm gonna use the zip tie to secure them in. And then very simply, I had a lot of people asking me about what substrate do I use. Well, let me tell you guys, to be quite honest with you, I love lava rock. And sometimes if I need a little bit more moisture on the top, I add a little bit of orchid on the top. And that's it, because there's a lot of humidity. So you see what I did? I ran it through. My plant is gonna go in there and I'm gonna secure it. So which was my first one? I think this was my first one. And I'm gonna do it right here. And I'll let it go right in the middle so that the rhizome is carefully attached. It's secure. You don't want a wobbly plant. You know what everybody says, wobbly plant. A wobbly orchid is a dead orchid. So before you zip it really tight, make sure the plant is where you want it to be. So look at all the space. She has like this much to keep on growing. So that's exactly what you want. You want her to have space to grow. Now you don't want to tighten the roots so much that you cut off, like I would say, the circulation. You don't want that. You just want it to have, you want it to be secure. And remember, you're also going to add some media, so that's going to hold it in place too. She wants to lean to the side, but what I'm going to do is I will probably prop her up with one of my pieces of lava rock on this side, but that can wait little by little. All right, the next one, and I know these colorful ones are annoying. Someone had told me from the beginning, why do you use colorful zip ties? Why don't you just use clear? Because these are the ones I found. I found them like this. So whatever, you use what you have sometimes. See, isn't this relaxing? Some people hate repotting. Some people don't like to repot. When you see this done, you're gonna say, wow, it's so pretty. Of course, when I say that it's a fun thing, it doesn't want to go through. I know what I can use. Oh my goodness. Jeez. There we go. That one didn't want to go. Poke another hole. Make sure you grab the basket. I've done that before. I do the zip tie and the zip tie is connected to nothing. Okay, I think I'll do this one next. Let's do the new growth going that way. And zip ties are so easy. I used to buy that wire at Home Depot, and the zip tie is so much easier. All right, there we have this one, there we have that one. Now one more zip tie. Next one is gonna be on this side. Poke a hole. It's not perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. It has to be something that makes you happy. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I know sometimes I watch myself in the videos and I'm like, I'm so abrupt. Why am I so abrupt like this? And I mean, I actually used to dance ballet for many years, so I am graceful when I want to be. I don't know why sometimes when I'm doing the gardening, I look like I'm like banging things around, and I don't know. Okay, we're almost at the end. Almost at the end. There's my zip tie. Here's my beautiful plants with beautiful roots. Let me think about it. And I think she would enjoy going like this. Maybe like this. Again, we don't need perfect. We just need to find some time. Oh my gosh, this is not a big enough zip tie. I need a bigger one. Maybe these. Or, of course, if you need bigger zip ties and you run out of the long ones, attach two together. And that'll work just fine. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give you guys a break from the zip tie scenario and be right back with you. All right, guys. So, this is the finale. I got the 3 tags. I made a hole on all 3 of them so I can connect it. I found little tiny zip ties for that. And I usually like to put them so that they fall in. Sometimes if they get brittle, they're gonna get lost, and they're gonna get brittle. So that's it. Put all my 3 tags in there. The only thing that's missing is more lava rock, and that's it. That's all she wrote. This is the size that I really like. If I use a bigger one, it's like to hold it up. You know, sometimes if they're leaning too much, I can put bigger lava rock. And that's it, guys. Doesn't even need any more. Needs nothing. It is done. It is done. So let's see. Oh, this is not the lightest basket, but it'll do. Hopefully it'll last. Okay. So this is what she looks like. I'm gonna turn this around and we're gonna get one last look. That's it. That's all she wrote. This looks like a much bigger plant than it is because it is 3 little ones in one. Hopefully she'll bloom soon. My normal waiting time is about 6 months, sometimes even 4 months for my bag babies to bloom here from Miami. So let me know what you guys think. Is this a project you have done, you like to do? Take some bag babies and put them together, and that's it. Make time for the things you love. Have a great day.